Yeah, this is my house, little brick house here. So whatever you want me to do, sit on the steps, sit on a chair or whatever. Well, hi there, I'm Dave Jackson, and we are right in the middle of Spokane, Washington. I was a St. Louis born kid, born on the Mississippi River, so I have a pretty strong affinity for the Big Muddy. Over the last 9 years, I've gained an incredible affinity for what we've got right here in Spokane with the Spokane River.
It's perfect. It's great to get out on it. You know, I have nothing against people that, you know, inner tube it and float it. I think that's absolutely wonderful. They're getting, you know, they're having a great day. I don't really care about floating down the river unless I've got a fly rod in my hand. My name's Liz Simpson, and we are in downtown Spokane on the Spokane River. When I'm on the water, I don't think about work and just letting it go. And again, you know, letting that go with the river flowing. And there's a sense of just that river, and you have to be aware of it, and you're aware of your footing, and you're aware of the pressure on your waders and the temperature changes in the summertime if you're wet wading, and you just really connect. I think your body really relaxes and connects with the natural rhythm of things a lot more.
It's been really nice seeing some of the same folks, you know, along the way, the fishermen and the kayakers and the rafting company folks, and you know, the volunteers that help clean up the river, and even the homeless. I mean, the folks that live down along the river for whatever reason. A couple of them have said, hey, do you have an extra tube? Or that looks really fun. Do you have a tube? And I say, absolutely, I'll bring you a tube.
Yeah, you do. You interact with people that are floating by, whether they're in the kayaks or whether they're on floaties or whether they're, you know, an angler going down on a guided trip. And that just increases that engagement, increases that conversation within our community and within, you know, the people living in this town, and that's great.
All right, well, thanks for coming. This is, you're here for a joint cleanup with the Spokane River Forum, Spokane Riverkeeper, which is me, and the Spokane Canoe and Kayak Club. So this is sort of a unique opportunity to clean up our river, to use our river in a fun way, while getting some nice recreation as well. All right, well, why don't we grab gloves and pickers and get boating and picking. Gross. Nice teamwork.
Yeah, hi, so name is Tate Liebenow, and what we do is we go out with the community and we effectively go out into these rivers, these tribs, these creeks, and we collect crayfish. We use raw hot dogs. These have been a tried and true method. They are $1 for 8 of them, and they work like a charm. So we do process them for mercury, which requires us to extract their muscle, which is what we test, which is ironically what we eat out of the crayfish. So long spiel, long story short, it's participation that you all do is what helps me get a really nice sample size so I can ask these questions. So I really appreciate you all taking some time out of your day, coming out and joining us and helping, as well as learning something in the process.
You know, water draws people on multiple fronts. It's a source of cooling off in the summer when you don't have air conditioning. It's a source of play when the water's, you know, when the river's low and there's, you know, big, wide, you know, shallow spots that are safe, you know, for kids, and, you know, splashing in tubes and floating the river just in, you know, in kayaks. You know, there's some great whitewater for the kayakers down at Bowl and Pitcher, and then all the way into the anglers. So it's, you know, a whole breadth of people can utilize the river and are drawn to it.
Besides the beauty of it, besides the fun of it, I mean, the acknowledgement of the history of this and the fact that this is why Spokane exists. Obviously, that's been said 100 times, but I mean, the river is Spokane. This is kind of a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal to a lot of people. It was a big deal to me my very first time. Such a big deal that I didn't even do it until I was in my late 50s. I mean, I was kind of afraid of it. And, you know, some might argue, Dave, you're on an inner tube floating the Spokane River, sometimes enjoying an adult beverage. Get a life. But I'm saying that is not a bad way to enjoy a life.
My name is Chitet, which translates to first in the water or leader in the water. And that's because of my efforts with the canoe culture. I take my people out on the canoe journeys, and every year we touch these waters. And so for me, it's bringing my people and the community out back on the river to build that connection. Like, our people have forgotten that we are river people. Our traditional names are named after the fish that were in the river, the tuwek, the sinjomene, or the drying fish people. We are less than 250 years removed from the river, and our people have already forgotten that we had canoes. People are scared to be in the water. So my work is to bring us back here, to pray for salmon, to pray for the water, to build that connection and that trust. There's never been this many people in Spokane, but the water, the land has never been more lonely. Not many people are coming to the river to pray for it, to talk to it, to fish from it, to live from it. So it's lonely. It's missing its people. It's missing its salmon. It's missing its animals. Because we all share it.
Like blood through our veins, giving us life. The Spokane River fills the veins of this region to help provide us life. And that's that deep connection that we have with it. It's that understanding, and that spirit of the river continues to give us life. You need to understand who the Spokane tribe is as a people. And once you do that, you'll understand we're good neighbors. We can help, we can assist, just like you can help and assist us in protecting this river. Because this river is one. There's only one river. All the way down to the Columbia, it's one river. It's all of our responsibilities. As people came here, they need to understand they took on that responsibility when they arrived, if they know it or not. It's their job, their responsibility, if they have any ability at all, to contribute to the protection and the life of the river itself. Because it keeps on giving. No matter how much we've hurt it, it keeps on giving. Not just in fish, but in water and life and everything that comes with it. Without the river, there would be no city of Spokane, which at one time was called Spokane Falls, because of the importance of it.
We as a mass society today have just abused the river. We've stripped it of its health. We stripped it of its life. We stole it. We've dammed it. We've abused it. We've poisoned it. We've dumped garbage in it. But she's still here. She's still flowing. And we were able to still come back here to ask for healing, to ask for forgiveness, for cleanliness, for life. Because that's the Salish name for this river, in Huihuiet, which means life in the water.
This is the beginning of, maybe it sounds cliche, but it's a journey of the heart, really. It's a journey down the entire Spokane River from Coeur d'Alene Lake all the way to the Columbia River.
Yeah, well, the thing about this river is it's so different from the top of the river all the way down to the bottom at the mouth. And we started the journey on the lake and canoed from the lake down into that part of the river that's a reservoir behind the Post Falls Dam. It's very built up, very highly developed. and it has its own challenges and struggles, and it has its own personality. And the forests there, what are left of the forest there are very dark, Douglas fir, and beautiful. And then all the way down through the valley where the river's graded along the cobbles and the plain in the valley has its own beautiful winding personality. And then you get to the middle of the river and you're going through these gorgeous basalt cataracts in the rafts, which are loud and rambunctious and active and even dangerous, but really exhilarating and fun too. And then to be invited to join the Spokane tribe on the lower Spokane River, on those lands that border the Spokane Tribal Reservation and are traditional grounds of the lower Spokane people, was just amazing.
And they saw flowing in the water down below.
Which is ya quam steep medic, utlus gahetkus.
And they went and they saw there was this beautiful waterfall.
To get people out there together in the canoes, in the rubber rafts, even on inner tubes, each one of those journeys was different and each one was special, but they really were all more than the sum of their parts, as the old cliche goes. For me, the journey was getting connected to the Spokane River. Beautiful day, beautiful river, beautiful people. The river gives us so much. I think each of us understands that. But how do we protect the relationship, our relationship with the river? If you think about the relationships that you have with the people and the things that you love, ponder a little bit about how you nurture and protect those relationships. I think it's a central question for our community, central question for Spokane Riverkeeper.